The only constant in the universe is change. How's it going, YouTube? Today topic, yes, you guessed, it's change. Change is life. Life is change, probably. Anyway, change is constant in life. You can't live life without change. Change changed me, you know. Okay, I realized how much I was changing in mid school, just like a lot of stuff that affected me. In the third year of middle school, the virus thing happened. So in the middle of February, I think, or start of March, went into video lessons. First of all, it was Friday. They told us next Monday and Tuesday will be free, no school. Yeah, alright. Then this free time, no school, extended to 2 weeks, and then became a month, and then kept going for the whole year. This is the first big change. We were not ready. No one was ready for video lessons. It was pretty badly organized, but that was a problem because at the end of the day I was able to graduate from middle school. It's not really graduation, but yeah. The thing that affected me wasn't really because of the virus. It was because of bullyism. I got bullied in middle school, specifically. Actually, only in middle school. I won't get into details right now, but the virus saved me from getting beaten up, probably. Essentially, I had beef with this guy who had beef with me since forever for no absolute reason, and he told me, last thing he told me was like, see you Monday. Monday never came because as I said, the virus saved my ass. I think this is that one thing with another that changed me the most. If someone from middle school who hasn't seen me in years sees me right now, he will not recognize me physic wise, but also character wise. I am almost a completely different person. I don't even have glasses anymore or braces. I had something of glow up, even physically, because I used to be really skinny. Now I'm skinny, muscular. Used to train a lot with my father during the virus thing, and then I fell off. Then I start again. Essentially, I've been working out for almost 5 years, but my physique isn't what 5 years of working out should look like, because I was inconsistent with it. Anyway, high school came out. The summer before was probably the last good summer I remember having, because it was free of thoughts. My parents decided my high school. I was fine with it, chemistry, all that good shit. I spent some days with my aunt during the summer. It was pretty cool. I felt free in a way if I was going to high school, which is not good, but yes. Then the year started. High school, chemistry, new people. I didn't know anyone except some people that I saw somewhere, I don't know. A old friend of mine, his mother had still has a barber shop close to my old house, and when we were a little younger we used to play hide and seek or catch with a bunch of other people. He was also in middle school, not in my class, but he used to go in my school. And then, because of bowling, and I was there, I saw it, he changed. The last 2 years he wasn't around. Anyway, yes, he was there, and I talked with him, pretty much only with him for first 2 years, actually. High school was so much of a change. In middle school I was one of the fastest runners, while here I was no one. There were like 10 people faster than me and stronger than me. They were smarter than the average level of smartness in my middle school, so I also felt bad. Yeah, he had no one to talk to except for this friend. Even during the parent and teachers conference, I don't know how it's actually called in English, the professors, when came to me, they didn't talk about my grades, my stuff. They said, yeah, he's right there, he's lacking in maths, in physics. The thing they bragged about was me not making friends, not talking with anyone. And I swear, some days I did not move at all from my seat, not even to go to the bathroom. I remember this day in second year, I think. This one friend, well, not friend at the time, he came up to me and said, "Hey, how is it going? Why don't you talk with us when there's the break?" I said, "I don't know. I just I don't feel like it. I don't know. I don't remember what I said exactly, but he said, no, because you look like a ghost. Like you don't interact with anyone. You barely speak with anyone, and you are missing out, bro." He told me this, and it stuck with me. You are missing out on so many things that you have no idea. I kinda knew, but at the times I said, "Nah, I don't need interactions. I'm good on my own," which was bullshit, because I was not. I felt alone. There are people who have literally no one. They are actually alone, but I felt alone, surrounded by people. This is loneliness. People think isolation makes you lonely, but even being surrounded by people can make you feel lonely, because it makes you feel different from anyone else. And well, a few years passed, still wasn't really talking with anyone. Then first part of the year I had to take courses of maths and chemistry, because I was lacking as usual. We weren't only doing an hour and a half of maths and chemistry, and that's it. There was like an hour of psychology help, something like that. Essentially, this teacher would listen to us and do some inclusive stuff. It was pretty cool. It was helpful. I liked it. Most people did not give a fuck, because they had better things to do than listen to someone talking about their problems. One day, the same guy who told me like, "Hey, you look like a ghost. You basically don't interact with anyone." He also took that course in maths. He told me one day, let's do this thing. Tomorrow, during one of the breaks, you're going to stand up from your table and you'll come to us. That's it. You don't even have to talk. But do this thing for me, please. Alright? If you don't, I'm going to kick your ass." I said, okay, I wanna try. I'm gonna do it. And I did it. Next day, bell ring sang, I took my sandwich and I went to him. I think we talked about the English exercises. That's it. From that point on, I started to actually stand up and go to them. Stay near the group. I didn't talk like at all, but I started to say hi. They started to acknowledge me a little bit. Still, second year I actually didn't do that much. I still felt lonely, because I was, but I made something of a little friend. The third year was the one with the biggest changes of all time. I wanted to make another video for this, but I have to tell this premise. I let go my crush from middle school. Took me like 5 years to stop liking this one girl. The worst mistake I've ever done. And during the summer, I started to like this girl that isn't really new one, because I knew her since we were little kids. As I said, I'll get to that in another video. And at one point I thought there was something, because of the signs he was giving, or the signs I thought she was giving, but probably were not, because of how it went at the end. I learned a lesson from each of my romantic epic fails. The thing I learned from this one: don't rush anything, but don't be slow either. I came into third year of high school liking another girl, but this one, she was a classmate. This crush led me to getting closer to the group. Obviously, I mean, it makes sense. Okay, I have too many resources. I needed to take a trip to the base. You'll see the base in the meantime. Because of my liking for her, I got closer to the group, the same group, the one with the guy that helped me to stay more with them. It didn't go well, obviously, but it's changed me for the better, just like every single one of them, because I started to take more care of myself, and I start to work out again, start to study more. Don't know why, maybe because I wanted to like impress her. And yes, oh my god, where do I put this stuff? Okay, let's go to the big storage. Get up. I change again for a girl. I changed 3 times for 3 different girls. Oh, look at that. I never seen it. Cool. Where's cobblestone, bro? Why are there like 8 labeled chests and everything else is just empty? Oh, wait. Yeah, I'll just drop everything here. Who cares? So as I said, I changed for the better. And I found a new friend. Basically, he had beef with everyone from the group because they used to make fun of him in a really bad way, and he was just sick of it and he cut every contact with them. I was sitting next to a guy, but they changed place with this guy from the group, and we made friends pretty quickly. I also discovered that he liked the same girl that I liked from the group. During the 4th year, we started to hang out with them again, and eventually everything was solved. If the 3rd year was good changes, the 5th year was bad changes. First of all, we decided to move to another house. We went to live with my grandma. Moving on is always kind of hard, but I didn't really feel like it. What was actually hard, so hard that I can't even play Minecraft anymore and just bouncing around, was when we bought the new house. New house is pretty big, it's pretty cool house. It's a bigger garden than I wanted. The house was inhabited for 3 years, so it was in shit conditions. It was so dirty, you have no idea. I was 35 minutes away from school, so my father had to drive me there every day. Something that he never had to do because I used to go by foot to school. Actually, I used to go by foot anywhere. I could go to the gym, to school, to supermarkets. I had everything I needed in life, basically. So 35 minutes going to school, 35 back. But when we bought the new house, my father had a lot of stuff to do. Since you can't let Mason and everyone was working on the house, on the infrastructure alone, unsupervised, my father and I basically spent extra time there after school. We went back home like at 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. and I had to study, which was the worst thing. Plus my grades were obviously falling apart. I was risking failing the year and everything else. I felt lonely again. I always felt lonely during the whole 5 years of high school, and this is something weird. I passed from feeling lonely and obviously hating it to wanting to stay alone with myself. I don't really know what changed, but basically now I feel better when I am alone, when I'm on my own, and I think it's something pretty bad because humans are social creatures, and if I'm not social, maybe I'm not human. Okay, that's edge. Loneliness has followed me my whole life, anywhere. I hate change, but change is necessary. I had an actual idea of how to make this video. Thought it was going to be straight to the point, but as usual, I wander around. doing random stuff, saying random stuff. Anyway, what have you learned from this video? That you can't escape change, you can only accept it, or you can try to accept it. At the end of the day, staying in the same situation for years will make you go insane. So yeah, that's it. See you next time.